howdy.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is another Project Leftovers video.
Yep.
Today, this episode, this show, this video, whatever you want to call it, is on the axles.
We're gonna actually finally start working on them.
Yeah, we've talked about them.
Instead of saying we're gonna do it and not getting to it.
Yeah. So, for those that are just starting Project Leftovers, starting to watch, we have a 99 TJ body frame, a ZJ rear, Dana 44 aluminum rear axle, said rear, and then a Dana 30 front axle from the same ZJ. We're going to be trussing and sleeving the front and trussing the rear, and we also have to adjust the brackets. We're gonna get new brackets for it.
We're just completely redoing the axles.
Yeah, what he said.
You forgot an important part that we got too.
Okay, I'm sure.
We also got an 04 TDI to put in it because, you know,
Oh yeah,
we don't like our lives. They're not hard enough.
yeah. Project Leftovers is gonna have a TDI.
Don't know much about diesels, but you know, only way you're gonna learn is both feet jumping in.
Absolutely.
But if you haven't figured out the reason it's called leftovers, it's because, well, we're making it out of leftover parts.
Yeah, because if you want the story, the frame and the tub came from a set of Jeeps that Patrick bought, because one was supposed, they had one that was wrecked, and they had one that was complete without a drivetrain. So there was one was supposed to make, or two was supposed to make one, but we ended up just rebuilding the other one, and this is what's left over. And I guess kind of the same with the TDI. It was left over from a salvaged.
Yeah, the guy bought it to put it into another vehicle. It never happened.
Yep.
It was just sitting around, kicking around, so Matt picked it up cheap.
Yep.
Like cheap.
And then the axles are leftovers from the ZJ that we bought so that Rusty could take the wheels, and we were doing upgrades on the XJ out of it.
Yeah.
So, lots of things are just left over.
We're doing it on a blue collar dime. But we ain't getting nothing done talking.
Yeah. So first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna start stripping down this. We're gonna get it completely cleaned off, completely clean, paint it, and then we've got to order brackets to put on it. But for today's project, it is just getting it disassembled and cut.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, guys, let's cut. It will cut.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Will it?
Will it cut? Oh, that's your life.
I know.
Always wear safety when you're plasma cutting.
Yeah.
Give it a hammer. That's really on fire.
Camera got a little warm. I turned it off for a little bit. All I did is clean up the rest of the other side. Now I've flipped it upside down. I'm gonna cut these brackets off of it on both sides, and then we're just ready to grind it down.
time to give our belt sander a workout. Clean all this up.
Okay guys, I know we were doing axles, but I got bored because Patrick was over there doing the sanding and I was doing nothing. So I looked it up, and I know we were working on the TDI earlier. I came back over here to look at it, and I looked up another video, and outside the tune, the EGR delete is like super easy. Making block off plates, and that's about it. So I went ahead and pulled it off. So it sat here. It was that big EGR cooler. Sat there. We need a block off plate here, a block off plate here, and a block off plate here, which Patrick is in the means of making. But there were coolant tubes. I connected these to make it, and I connected right here was the other one. So the EGR is already gone, which I already got to get a tune anyways, or I was going to get a tune anyways. So now I just got to get the one for the EGR delete. But anywho, that part's done.
Hey guys, so Matt, I know told you about we're doing the EGR delete and whatnot, and we got to make some block off plates. So I'm playing arts and crafts over here, dying in the heat. But let me show you what I did. These are the block off plates. So this is the gasket. So I just put it on here. Boop. Traced around it. This one was a little harder. I had to, the spot where the EGR is, I tried cutting it off. I got a little impatient. I hit it with a hammer because I thought it was cut far enough. It wasn't. I broke it. I lost my pattern. So what I did was took a ball peen and a piece of cardboard, beat it on the flange that the EGR bolts, the EGR bolts to. Got a pattern, cut it out of cardboard, as you can see. Put it on my scrap piece of steel, which happened to be a front frame stiffener for an XJ, and which is made out of 3/16 plates. And yes, I know it's overkill, but it's the only scrap I got. So now I'm gonna play arts and crafts instead of with a marker and cardboard and scissors, with a grinder. And I'm gonna cut these bad mamma jammas out.
You don't use plasma cutter?
No. Okay. Wish me luck. Yeah, I'm cutting off as close as I can to it, and then I'll grind in. This is gonna suck, but I got a plan.
Glad you do. Looky, looky, it's gonna cover the things. All right, guys, we're in the fan. That's why we're just in the middle of the shop.
Yeah.
It's hot, but we're done for the day. We've got a lot done. We got the axle cut off, sanded down. We got the engine started to be torn down. We just got to do some research now. I got the EGR pulled off of it because I figured out it was super easy. And then we made the blocking plates for it so we don't have to buy them. So
Yep, they're almost done. One needs to be finished ground, and another one needs 3 holes drilled in it. And after that, we're done.
yep, the EGR block is done.
Anybody who wants to send me an art droid, I would greatly appreciate it. A grinder and a cutoff wheel. It's a lot.
Took a while.
It's a lot.
But other than that, that's the end of this week. We will see you guys next week,
Yeah.
hopefully. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.